This button. I found it in the most strangest of places. It feels like we're being watched. Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Storytelling Vlaire, and this is not a storytelling review. So recently I got a Comic-Con ticket. I didn't expect it. Landed on my lap, and I was just like, yes, I will take one ticket to Comic-Con, please. I have a picture right here of what I went as. You tell me if I did a good job or not. It's supposed to be Vault Boy. Yeah, that's why I'm wearing this right now, Vault Boy. So, I don't know if you ever played Fallout. I'm a pretty big fan of Fallout. So, I went to Comic-Con for my very first time. I didn't go to see any panels. I didn't do anything really exciting. All I did was go around and buy stuff. So, yeah. So, this video is basically going to be me showing you guys what I got from Comic-Con and maybe why I got it. Now, I did get some footage of some things, mainly the DC booth and some other statues. Thing is though, I record all this stuff on my phone, and I don't have a lot of storage on my phone. So, not a lot of footage. So that's why a whole video is not going to be dedicated to that. I'd rather show you guys what I got and why I got it, and maybe some plans in the future, what I want to do with this channel. So, maybe a little video so that we can establish this friendship. I don't know if it's working. You tell me if it's working. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so just so you know, because I'll feel better about myself explaining this first before just going into it, there was a stand that was actually doing 50% off on all trade paperbacks. So that's awesome. Like, stories like Saga was like $4. Stories like Deadpool were like $6. You know? It was pretty awesome. So I was just like, okay, I can pick up all of the trades that I normally wouldn't pick up. So, you know, kind of my excuse, so I kind of went all out on it. That, and I'm a compulsive spender. So shout out to Godzilla Mendoza. He kind of got me to like Deadpool a little bit. Really surprised. I'll put the link in the description below just so you can kind of see that. I think he's a cool YouTuber. But he described Deadpool, why he's his favorite character, and I'm just kind of like, okay, wow, I actually wouldn't mind reading some Deadpool. So I picked up Deadpool and Spider-Man, the first one, Isn't It Bromantic? I read the first issue of this already, and I'm not really that impressed, but I will finish it because it's Spider-Man and Deadpool, and I want to see their relationship. Seems cool. The next Deadpool story that I got was Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe. I'm really confused because it seems like there's two trades for this, one where Wolverine and Deadpool are like standing and shooting at each other. I don't know what's the difference between those two. I'm going to have to find out soon enough. But anyway, I picked this one up because the second one's coming out right now. I'm going to pick that one up in singles. So I figured why not. And you know what? I do want to read some Deadpool. I heard a compelling reason. And if you're wondering what converted me, like I said, check that video down below because it's cool. Next story that I didn't think I'd buy anytime soon was Old Man Logan. I actually really like Wolverine. I can't say why. I think it's just because he's like kind of an interesting character. There's just so much to him, you know? He's a very used and abused character who just keeps on going through just some horrible stuff. And this story, I loved Logan, by the way. Logan was amazing. Probably the best comic book movie that came out this year. And so I wanted to actually read the story because I heard the story was great on its own right. So, see how it is. Now this one, I probably should have read this one sooner. Haven't read it yet. Superman Red Sun. I'm stoked about this story. I really am. It's always weird to see my favorite superhero done in like a kind of a weird way. I don't know. It's weird for me because it's just like, imagine like Spider-Man being communist. I don't know. But I'm pretty stoked. I hope the movie thing doesn't happen as a sequel. I want a movie of this, I do, because I think it'd be interesting. But I don't want it to be Man of Steel 2. I was really scared when I heard about those rumors. I was just like, no! You make him like Batman, you make him dark and gritty, and now you're going to make him into a communist? Like, I want Superman, damn it. But anyway, I did read the first couple of pages of this, and I was pretty impressed. So I am stoked to read this. That's why I picked it up. So we'll see how I like it. I'll do a review. Civil War. Now, I'm going to wait a little bit before I actually, like, read this, because I actually want to read the whole event. I want to read, like, the Frontline series, Captain America and Iron Man's point of view, and Spider-Man's, you know? And then I want to read, like, after the whole thing, like, when, spoiler alert, Cap gets arrested, because apparently I know that. But, spoiler. But anyway, yeah, I wanted to read the real event because, I'm going to be honest with you, I wasn't really impressed with the movie. Just wasn't really that impressed. So I'm pretty stoked to actually read the real thing. I do want to read the entire event, though. I don't just want to read this, because there's probably a whole lot more that I would get out of it if I read the entire thing. So, you know. Another Deadpool story, because I actually read the first issue of it. They was doing a $1 thing, so I read the first one. And I really loved it, because the beginning of it really took Deadpool very seriously, because he was hunting down Sabretooth, because... spoiler alert! You know, killed his family. But then later, he fell into the whole jokes and memes and stuff like that. And I know that's what Deadpool is now, but there's more to the Deadpool character than just jokes and... ha 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 ha! I'm in a comic book! You know, there's more to him than that. Next is a single issue. It's kind of damaged. I was really disappointed. One of the single issues for Kraven's Last Hunt. In my room, I have comic books all on the wall, just kind of like timelines. So I have one for Superman, Wonder Woman, Batman, and I just made a Spider-Man one, and this one's going to go on the wall because, you know, I think Kraven's Last Hunt's awesome, even though I haven't read it. I got a first issue of Wonder Woman Rebirth because I didn't have that, and I really wanted a nice one, and then I got one for Batman as well. I don't know what happened to mine. Disappeared in like a fart in the wind. Just like that. I've been bamboozled. Okay, so the next one, I already read half of the story, and I am not impressed. Before Watchmen. Man, I read that Night Owl, and that was painful. It really felt like two different writers had worked on Watchmen. And I know a lot of people warned me before going into it, like, before Watchmen's really bad, Austin, you should stay away from it, and, you know, I was just like, oh, how bad could it be? This Night Owl story just wasn't great, and I'm not even looking... oh, God, I heard the Rorschach one was even worse. It's like he didn't understand the character when he was writing it, you know? He was just like, oh, well, this is Dan, so I guess I'm just gonna write it like this, you know? It's just, he didn't really understand the character. And that's what kind of bothered me in this story. I'm going to read the Dr. Manhattan part next, obviously. But we'll see how it goes. I'm not excited for it, though. Now, the next story, I feel bad because I haven't even read the first one. I know, you're about to shoot me. Go ahead. I dare you. I haven't read Batman, The Long Halloween. So why did I buy Dark Victory, its sequel? Again, I got it for pretty cheap. You know, half price of $12. And, you know, I just from looking at it from an outsider's point of view, this story just looks amazing. I'm so excited to read the trilogy of those, of Jeff Loeb and Tim Sale's little Batman story arc. I don't know why I just haven't ever got to a point of reading Long Halloween. I'm sure it would probably be my favorite Batman story, to be honest with you. But I never got to it. I don't know why, but I will soon. But I wanted to pick this one out just because it was nice and cheap, and I will read this, and I'm pretty excited to read this. So, we'll see. This one's kind of sentimental to me because I've read this story naturally, but I found a booth where Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo were both there. They were sitting there. They weren't actually there, but they were working out of there, and they were selling all of their trades, or Scott Snyder's trades, and they're all signed. So I was really happy about that, because this was my very first graphic novel I ever read. It's what got me into comic books. And to get a hardcover signed by my favorite Batman author was really awesome. And it, you know, made me really happy as a little nerd. It's a little nerd. Little nerd. Now, so this story. Oh, this is a lot of money. Ultimate Spider-Man. I'm an idiot. I want the hardcovers. They're out of print. They're out of print. So good luck finding them if you're gonna be like me and want these, because good luck. Seriously, from the bottom of my heart, good luck, because these things are a pain in the ass. Fortunately, half off. So that was really awesome. And again, I really love this story. Please, guys, read this. If you're interested in Spider-Man, read this series. It's so good. There's a few things that are different about it. So much so that I might make a series out of it, like the difference between Ultimate Spider-Man and normal Spider-Man, so that people might be more inclined to get into this or not. So we'll see how that goes up. And then the next, this is similar to that first one. Spoiler alert! The death of Ultimate Spider-Man. You did good, kid. God, that is sad. This is really sad. This is really sad. It comes with everything on the back, everything you need to read about his death. And I'm not even going to open it. I'm just going to wait until I get to this point. Right now I'm on book 3, Venom. I'm waiting for it in the mail. But, yeah, I'm pretty happy that I got this. Again, half off. So that was really cool, and it's really sad. It's really sad because it's Uncle Ben and it's Peter, and again, I'll do a review of that soon, so that'd be cool. Or not soon. Don't count on it being soon, actually. Yeah, it's gonna be a bit. It's gonna be a bit, guys. I'm sorry, but I'll get to it, and when I get to it, you'll know when I get to it. Now, the last thing that I got. Oh, actually, the most important thing that. Hands down, if I could walk out with any of those things that I bought, it would be this, and only this. I have been looking for this for a while, though, to be honest with you. Anyway, so the last thing that I got that I was really happy I got my hands on was a signed copy of Watchmen from Dave Gibbons. I was really happy about that one because, you know, like, it's just, Watchmen became one of my favorite graphic novels of all time. Like, seriously. It's my favorite story. I read it very recently, and I was just so blown away by this story just because of the characters and just how... What are you doing here? Anyway, I was really impressed with the characters and the entire story. That, you know what, it really is my favorite story out there, and I wish there was more of it. I wish Alan Moore had done his sequel that he originally planned to do. He was going to call it The Minutemen. It would have been pretty cool, but never got to happen. So I really love this book, and if anybody hasn't read it, please read this thing. You really owe it to yourself. Like, this is amazing. And the movie's cool, but I think you really should read this because the movie can come off as just kind of generic. Where this book, I mean, yeah, this thing has some tropes that we're used to nowadays, and at the time it was very revolutionary, but I think it holds up extremely well by today's standards, and just so much so that I'm going to be making a couple of videos of Watchmen pretty soon. But anyway, that was like the last thing that I had gotten, so I'll go ahead and show you guys some of the footage. You know, like I said, it's nothing too crazy, but, you know, maybe you'd like to see it, so why not, right?
Really awesome. Like the costumes. Yeah. Ian, but the sculpts. But, dude, when you were a kid, if you could have that. Oh, I know. It's a little blurry. I would probably sit there all day going, oh, it seems Mr. And look, it's the from Heart of Ice. He's got the Mr. Freeze. Would you like that diorama for the day? Okay. It is 1940s.
This is the best one I've ever seen.
On the cover on the back. We got Crime Alley tomorrow and Batman animated on Sunday.
This is cool.
The tattoos, yes, of course.
Honestly, I take back everything I said. Or everything I said about Ben Affleck's suit. Aside from the goggles, I still don't like the goggles. That is a cool suit. That's a cool swamp. I think this is my definitive look for Catwoman. Straight out of the Arkham games. That's how, when I think of Catwoman, that's immediately what I think of. Oh my god! Okay guys, well, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you had fun seeing the things that I got and seeing, you know, a little bit of Comic-Con footage. Pretty cool stuff. Comic-Con's really fun. I hope to go next year. I hope to go for a couple more days so that I can actually enjoy the experience a little bit more because I went in there, I was dehydrated and da-da-da-da-da-da. So, long story short, this time was fun, but it was just for me this time it was a glorified swap meet experience. So, it was cool. It was fun though. I'm excited to go next year. And yeah, so anyway, I had fun with this video. I hope you guys had fun with this video. And if you can please leave a like, comment, subscribe, that would be awesome too. Helps out the channel, and I'd really appreciate that. But anyway, guys, I hope you have a beautiful week, and I will see you soon. Jam!